Aloha, everyone, and a warm welcome to another update of vacation rentals here on Oahu. Pretty good activity this past week. 18 new listings and 14 sold properties for this past week. Keep in mind, though, there's 3 of these new listings are just actually being brought back on the market. 2 at the Ritz-Carlton that have been on the market for quite a long time, and then this one at Kuhio Village. Also, this past week, I've had several inquiries from people contacting me interested in buying vacation rental property on Oahu and just asking about current market conditions. And it really, as I mentioned in the past, it's really building unit specific. And 2 examples of that is one, the Waikiki Banyan, where there's a total of 34 units currently on the market for sale. And some of these units have been sitting on the market for quite a while now. For some investors, I think it's an opportunity to maybe pick up a distressed property at a pretty good value. I know some sellers are paying out of pocket every month while they're trying to get their units sold. So if you submit a low offer, you may have a chance to get some seller to accept it. But on the flip side, there are always people looking for great opportunities. And this unit here over at Island Colony is already in escrow. Total fixture upper, but it's on a high floor, 29th floor. And the listing agent told me she quickly had 4 strong offers. So again, if the unit's in the right building and it's a quality unit for, depending on what the buyer is looking for, whether it's a fixer-upper or turnkey, you may still see multiple offer situations in this market, even though it's definitely slowed down considerably since the post-COVID craze from 2021 to like mid-2024. With that being said, let's hop right in here to the new listings. Ala Moana Hotel, this is a studio on the 28th floor, $245,000, city mountain views. Here's your monthly fees here. If you have any questions regarding this unit or the property itself, also at Ritz-Carlton and Trump, which is now Kala'i, just contact me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Kuhio Village, again, this is just being brought back on the market. It's a studio on the 3rd floor, priced at $320,000. Really no views here, and I just covered this not too long ago, so I'm just going to show you a few pictures. Definitely one of the better units at Kuhio that I've seen. Moving on to Hawai'i Monarch on the 18th floor, studio, 236 square feet, priced at $350,000. City ocean views, monthly fees right here. This building is known to have some great views, as you can see here. Not a bad price point at all, but as I mentioned in the past, this building is quite dated, has a lot of deferred maintenance. So I've had people look in it, but I just am nervous about them buying in this building because even though the monthly fees are very low, the association's underfunded. So whenever these capital improvement projects do come up, most likely owners are going to be hit with special assessment in one way or another. And obviously this unit needs to be some updated a little bit. Has a pretty nice pool deck. And if you're not familiar with this property, I'm just going to show you the location. It's right on Alawai and Macaulay, both really busy streets. So a lot of lower floor units, you're going to deal with street traffic noise. Palms at Waikiki, studio on the 2nd floor, 323 square feet, priced at $360,000. City views, here's your monthly fees. This has been an updated unit, somewhat updated. Not too keen on the furnishings. So all these units of Palms can be customized. I would definitely change this look here with this the bathroom. A lot of potential. But keep in mind, you're not allowed to have any sort of sink at the kitchenette. It's really kind of a basic hotel feel to it to the unit. So there's only a certain amount of things you can do to really add a lot of value to guests staying in the unit. And nice spacious lanai, but here you got the pool deck right here. So not much privacy, and you'll obviously be dealing with more noise being in this stack. But that's a reasonable listing price in my opinion. Luana Waikiki, this is a studio on the 8th floor, 313 square feet, price of $385,000. This is another property that's set back quite a bit from the ocean. I really like this property though. And the units, most of the units have this just standard hotel look to it. Keep in mind that this property is very few units come with parking, and also if you're not using the hotel management services, guests have to pay. So it's either you're going to self-manage or use a third-party management company. Guests, when they check in, have to pay a resort fee, which is $37 per stay. And oftentimes owners absorb that cost, but I know sometimes owners try to pass that expense along to the guest. But if you do that, it's best you disclose that prior to the guest booking that they're going to be responsible for the resort fee. That's priced pretty well for a studio at Luana on that floor. Bamboo, this is a 1-bed, 1-bath on the 8th floor, 372 square feet. So not the biggest 1-bedroom, but I do like these floor plans. $430,000, city mountain views. Monthly fees are pretty high, but keep in mind that does include electricity. And these units do have split AC, which is a nice improvement. See here though, the kitchen does need to be updated. And these units can be customized however you want to do it. Some of these 1-bedrooms have a full stove with oven. I kind of prefer, I mean, these cooktops are a clean look, but I know some guests, they do like to have an oven and just an actual stove. And I think there's 2 or 3 other 1-bedrooms currently on the market at Bamboo. This is priced quite well based on comps. The Luana Waikiki studio on the 12th floor, $500,000. The great thing about this studio, obviously, the views. Port Drury Park, great ocean views. Not too many studios have this great of a view. Here you have Trump, which is now Kalahi. Here's Waikiki Shore. Regency on Beach Walk is right here. And I mean, really quality looking unit. I do like they did some custom paint work. Yeah, nice looking unit. Even with the views, that seems a little high to me, but we'll see. Ritz-Carlton studio on the 12th floor, quite spacious, 496 square feet. Well, spacious for Hawaii, Oahu. He's got some great ocean views, 580,000. Waikiki Sunset on the 9th floor. So 1-bed, 1-bath. These units do come with parking, 534 square feet. Price is $605. Not a bad price here. This is a pretty rare unit where it's an original condition. It's been lived in by owner occupied since it was built, I'm told. So very rare to see a unit in this kind of condition. So you got some diamond head views. I mean, this building really obstructs a whole lot. Not too appealing. But I'm guessing if you were a cash buyer, you could probably get this under $600,000, which in my opinion is a pretty great price, even though you're on the 9th floor. I'm guessing that's going to move pretty quickly though. Ritz-Carlton, 20th floor, 400 square feet studio, $630,000. Beautiful shot there. I really like that photo. Waikiki Banyan on the 6th floor on the Tower 2, Malka Tower, 1-bed, 1-bath. These units do also come with parking. 533 square feet, price at $680. So Malka view. I mean, it's decent. Looks clean, just a little dated. And definitely if you want to maximize your earning potential, you got a new flooring, new kitchen cabinets. Pretty much redo the whole unit, in my opinion. It's nice that the units on the 6th floor do have, a lot of them have washer and dryers, which is rare for the building. Pacific Monarch. This is an interesting listing here on the 31st floor studio, 352 square feet, asking 687,000. The listing agent just contacted me yesterday and she sent me the financials. I'm amazed. Right here, last year it did, and this is gross, but over 100,000. And that is incredible for a studio at Palms at Waikiki. Really, any studio anywhere at any property in Waikiki. Absolutely remarkable. If I didn't see the financials, I would be in disbelief, but he showed me the actual Airbnb statements. But I'm just really amazed. I've seen some other really quality studios before and never get close to that. And I've seen some one bedrooms in Pacific Monarch that are in quality condition not do those kind of numbers. So kudos to the current property manager. I'm guessing it's probably self-managed. But I'd be a little nervous if my client was buying the unit based on those financials, because that's just seems like there's a story behind that somehow, that's something I'm missing. Ilikai, this is kind of a unique, interesting opportunity on the 7th floor, 1 bed, 1 bath. Keep in mind, there's no parking at Ilikai. It's a 500 square foot unit, price at $749. I really like this stack. It's kind of interesting. They obviously upgrade the kitchen. I mean, this is all updated, and the bathroom area. But some of this here, the furnishings, like this is still original. I don't know why they left that in there. And even the glass here, that's original. So they spent some money doing some things, and I would also pull out that carpet. And obviously that toilet seat looks quite dated, but nice walk-in shower. But the key thing is the stack here. I really love this westward facing. This is kind of a northwest facing view. This is a little, I would be curious what other people think of this, but this is a little much for me. But it's nice to have split AC. So it's tough. You could do, this would probably work okay as a nightly rental right now, but it's a pretty custom look. I don't think some guests really like this look. So potentially you might just do a full remodel, although that'd be pretty spendy. So I really don't know if someone may like it and pay that price, just be the stack and the views, but could be a high price, could be a low price, really depending on how you look at that unit. This is a nice 1 bed, 1 bath over at Luana Waikiki on the 2nd floor. Pretty unique, 676 square feet. And I love this floor plan for the 1 bedrooms at Luana. But look at the lanai, 624 square feet, very big, 900,000. So that's pushing valuations for a 1 bedroom, especially being on the 2nd floor. But you do have this neat lanai here. Check out your monthly dues here. And also keep in mind that being on the 2nd floor, you're close to the pool deck, close to the street level, so you're going to be dealing with some noise here. But a nice open floor plan with the kitchen living area. Beautiful artwork there. Nice kitchen. Again, I'm a big fan of these units. And this lanai, love it. Yeah, pretty tranquil. But again, you just keep in mind you will be dealing with some street noise. And also from the pool deck. Curious to see what that's going to sell for. I don't have any buyers at Luana right now, but we'll see if they get 900,000. Now heading over to North Shore, Turtle Bay, over at Kuilima Estates. This is in the West Village. 1 bed, 1 bath, price at $1.04 million, 658 square feet. As I mentioned in the past, this is the only area in the North Shore you can legally do nightly rentals. So this is Kuilima West. This is Kuilima East. You have Ocean View Estates right here. This is the Ritz-Carlton. And this is all free parking. Public beach here. There's a great restaurant here called the Beach House right around here. And then excellent restaurants here at the Ritz. Golf course. There's a pretty decent kind of lounge bar restaurant right here as well at the clubhouse. But nice shot there. This is really kind of a destination spot. Long drive to get from here from the airport. No traffic. It's usually going to be about an hour. But once you're there, it's just a really beautiful spot. Some great common area amenities at these Kuilima. Tennis courts, swimming pools. They are gated entrances. You have to have an entry code in order to access these communities, so they are private. This unit's got a kind of a little dated feel to it, in my opinion. I would definitely change the color schemes. But for whatever reason, not unusual to see units like other units have this color scheme in this community. Enclosed lanai, but not a bad price for a 1 bed, 1 bath. So another unit over at Kuilima Estates West. It's a 1 bed, 2 bath, 738 square feet, just under 1.3 million. Located right on the golf course. It's had some updates. There you're right there. Here's a 1 bed, 1 bath at Ritz-Carlton on the 30th floor, 870 square feet, just under 1.7 million. Last new listing that quickly went into escrow is a studio or island colony that I spoke about earlier on the 29th floor, priced at $339. This is totally a gut job remodel opportunity. And I did have some clients interested in this unit. They just didn't have time to act quickly enough to get an offer in. But I was really surprised that they had this much interest, because you look at the sold comps and the valuations. I talked to 2 contractors and both of them told me that $20,000-$30,000 if you want to do a decent remodel of this unit. There is no asbestos in the popcorn, so that's nice. So again, 4 strong offers. I'm guessing it's going to sell above list price, but say it sells for $340 and you drop $30,000 in there. So now you're looking at $370. I mean, that's not a screaming deal, because you're going to be down a couple months, most likely, for remodeling. I would rather just buy a turnkey unit that you might be able to pick up very comparable price point from what you'd pay for acquisition price, and then once you factor in the cost of remodel and just the downtime, losing revenue while the unit's being fixed up. So I don't think it's a screaming deal at $339. Again, I was very surprised they had that much interest, but I'm curious to see what it's going to sell for. I'm guessing it's going to be a cash offer above list price. Moving on to sold, Palms at Waikiki on the 5th floor, $312,500, 84 days on the market. Island Colony on the 12th floor, 6 days on the market, $330,000. Palms at Waikiki on the 8th floor, 63 days on the market for $330,000. Island Colony on the 31st floor. And here's a good kind of comp to the one that just went in escrow. 31st floor, studio, $340,000. And this one had been updated somewhat, described as above average condition. Kalakawan on the 4th floor. Boy, valuations have come down over this property quite a bit. Some had been selling in the mid 400,000s last year, but here's a 1 bed, 1 bath going for $340. Pretty remarkable. Island Colony on the 14th floor. This is a nice unit here, $360,000. Aloha Surf on the 15th floor. This is a good pickup here. 2 days on the market, $365,000. Tradewind Plaza on the 10th floor, 8 days on the market, sold $395,000. So you can see quality units, and this was a quality unit as well. Same with this this prior one over at Aloha Surf was a very nice unit. Quality units are moving quickly still. Pacific Monarch on the 20th floor, studio, $559,000. That's a nice view. This is a nice stack I like to own in. Waikiki Banyan on the 16th floor, 53 days on the market, sold for $686,000. Pacific Monarch on the 23rd floor. So 1 bed, 1 bath, really nicely done. Beautiful unit here, $697,000. Ritz-Carlton, 32nd floor, just under $2 million. Ilikai on the 13th floor, nice 2 bed, 2 bath. Look at these stellar views here. 2 days on the market, sold above list price. And last sold listing, beautiful unit over at Waikiki Beach Tower, 37th floor, 18 days on the market, just under $3 million. It's yeah, beautiful units over there at the beach tower. As always, thanks for sticking through this and watching my channel, and I appreciate your support. Any question at all, just always contact me. I'm happy to be of service to you any way I can. You take care, enjoy your week, and I'll be back next week. Aloha.